We all face difficult times, trauma, adversity, and other stresses. The important thing is that we work towards building resilience. What is resilience? Well, resilience is the process of adapting well in the face of adversity, trauma, tragedy, threats, or other significant stressors. And, these stressors can include things like family and relationship problems, serious health problems, workplace difficulties, and financial distress. Unfortunately, being resilient doesn't mean that you won't experience these difficulties in your life or that you won't experience distress. In fact, building resilience often involves significant emotional distress. However, I do have good news. For different reasons, some people are more resilient than others. However, resilience isn't always a personality trait that some people have and some people don't have. In fact, resilience can be learned and developed. Just like exercising a muscle, building resilience takes time and intentionality. By focusing on 4 core components, you can help to build your own resilience and empower yourself to withstand and learn from the difficult, stressful, traumatic experiences that occur in your life. And those 4 components are connection, wellness, healthy thinking, and meaning. And so what we mean by connections is that you want to increase your personal connections. You want to make sure that you have relationships that are empathetic, understanding, and will validate your feelings. That's really important, and I really want that to be a priority in your life. You also want to find people that are compassionate and that will support you when you're in difficult times. You may think about joining a support group or other similar community where people share similar values, okay? It's also to prioritize your wellness. You have to take care of your body and make sure that self-care is a high priority for you. And again, hopefully you've identified what you need for self-care. And these self-care methods or self-care practices are really important for your own mental health. Okay, wellness is also going to be really important. You have to take care of your body through the various methods of self-care that you've identified. And it's important to identify those. We've talked about that in another episode. Hopefully you've been able to do that. Self-care is an excellent practice that really helps to improve your mental health and help you build resilience. As we all know, stress can be just as physically draining as it is emotionally. That's why it's so important to make things like eating healthy, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, and getting enough exercise a high priority. Altogether, these things can help reduce the toll that anxiety, depression, and other stressors cause. Okay, make sure to find a purpose in your life. It's important to think of ways to add things like community service, goal setting, and goal accomplishing to your life. These will help you build resilience. Okay, after you've experienced a hardship, look back at it. Look for the self-discovery that occurred while you were suffering during that experience. By focusing on that growth, you'll help yourself feel better about the situation and increase your appreciation for your life as it is now. It's important that you embrace healthy thoughts. You have to look at life for the challenges that they are. A lot of times, those challenges, while very difficult, are just short periods of our true lifespan. I can look back on some of the stressors that are major stresses in my life that occurred, things like being fired from a job, failing a really important test in graduate school, and divorce. And remember that over the course of my life, those time periods were really short in retrospect. Okay, it's important to accept change. Change in our lives is inevitable. We're not always able to control the circumstances that drive that change or the end result. But it's important to maintain a hopeful outlook. And I know firsthand how hard that can really be to stay positive when life is not really going according to your plan. However, it usually is possible to find some nugget of something to be hopeful and positive about. And that really does help decrease your stress and depression in that time frame. I also think it's important, and data shows this as well, to look back on those experiences and evaluate what you could have done differently or better. And those are the 4 components of helping to build resilience. I really enjoy talking about things like resilience and mindset. And we'll talk more about that in the future. As always, thanks for watching. And if you liked what you saw, click like and subscribe below.